Hello and welcome to this School Cypress tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to have an overview of the pages used on your website. We've already created many pages for you where you can simply fill in the blanks, and if you hover over our school you'll see we have principals welcome, mission statement and many other pages, and the same under curriculum, students and life at school, and then we have canteen and contact. Now, just for your information, news and events are not pages individually, they are sort of categories that contain other items, but we can go over those in a different tutorial. Now, the existing pages that we have on your site can be renamed, and if you wanted to do that, I'll show you how to do that, or we can add new pages. But in the first instance, I'll show you how we can rename a page and rename that menu item so that it links to the correct page and so on. And then we'll also look at creating a new page entirely and adding that new page to the menu. So let's look at renaming Principals Welcome to Principals Message, just as an example. We've logged into the back end and we're going to come down to Pages and All Pages. And when this page loads in the back end, we can see a full view of all the pages listed in your website here. And you can change the amount of pages that are displayed here by clicking on Screen Options and changing the number and clicking Apply. I've kept this to a minimum, just showing categories and the title of the page. In fact, let me turn off tags. There we go. I think that's enough. That's all you really need to see. But again, you can change that if you want to. So in this instance, in this exercise, we're going to change Principals Welcome to Principals Message. So I'm going to hover over the name of the page and I'm going to click on Edit. When the page loads in, I'm just going to highlight the word Welcome and change that to Message. Then in the top right corner here, I'm just going to click on Update, and that will apply the name change for this page. Now, the one thing I haven't done is update the URL, or the slug as it's sometimes called here. I could change that, but I'm going to leave that because if other people are linking to this page and they're typing in yourschoolwebsite.com.au/principals-welcome and we change it to message, then they may not arrive at the right page. So in this instance, I'm just going to leave that as is and see how we go. But one thing we need to do next to make the change reflected on the menus is that we need to come down to Appearance and Menus. And when we get to the menus page, we need to make sure that we're editing the primary menu. This is the main menu of your website. And you can see here under Our School, so this is how it is here, Our School. This is how the menu looks here. So I've created the categories using custom links, and then underneath that we have all of our pages, and that basically creates our menu structure there. But anyway, let me come up here. I want to edit Principals Welcome. Now if I click on the arrow here, you can see that it's actually linking to Principals Message, which I just updated. But we just need to change the name so that it reflects correctly in the menu. And I'm just going to change that to Principals Message and then click on Save Menu. Once that is saved, we come to the front end, and if I refresh this page, we'll see Principals Welcome become Principals Message. There you go, and I can click on Principals Message and we come to the Principals Message page. You can see here it still says Principals Welcome in the URL at the top, but that's okay. Not many people are really going to notice that, as long as the right page loads for the right title, I guess. Now, we might want to add a new page. We might want to call this Principals Background or something like that. So let's add a new page and add Principals Background to the menu. So we'll come to the back end and we're going to come down to Pages and All Pages, and I want Principals Menu to be listed near Principals Message. So I'm going to give it an order number of 0 because this has an order number of 0. Okay, so add new. Principals Background. The slug is Principals Background, that's all good. I'll just scroll down here. That's going to be saved under Our School, so it's in the correct category. I'm going to assign a background, well, a featured image rather, so that if this page is ever featured in a Google search, it has an image associated with it. And if I click on featured images, here's an image I've uploaded earlier. Now the featured image size is 820 by 463 high. Let me click on that. School principal, that's all good. Alright, so I'm going to click on publish so that this page is live. Click on that cross. Alright, next we want to add this page to our menu. So we're going to come down to appearance and then menus. Now when this page loads in, you can see here under the most recent, under pages, most recent, principal's background is here. So we can add this to the menu. I'm just going to check it and then click on add to menu. Once that's been added to the menu, it's placed at the bottom. So I'm going to click on that and then drag it all the way back up to the top. And I want to put that principal's background under principal's message. And I'm going to click on save the menu. And that should now be reflected at the front end once it is saved. I'll just refresh my page at the front end. Control-Shift-R or Command-Shift-R if you're on a Mac computer. And there we go, we can see principal's background in the menu. Now principal's background is also displayed here in the side menu, and it's also up here in the top menu. And if people were to go and look at the sitemap page as well, it would also be displayed on the sitemap page too, which is here. In the next tutorial, we're going to look at adding content to a page and editing existing pages on your website.